So, Danny, I think we should start. I think that everybody has joined.
Yes, I agree. So can you all see my screen?
Yes, and I can see from the chat that everybody else also can see the screen. So today's subject is AI and how actually AI is contributing to decreased workload, but increased security of your exams and also uh, better better exam results for your examinees. How AI is incorporated. So AI is basically a background system which enables you to have a better security for your online exams. What does that mean? Well, it means that while a person is doing an exam, they are being monitored by camera, microphone, and their and their way of conducting their exams. What does that mean? It basically means that there is a strong AI system looking at the person doing the exam itself, well, checking the head movement, the eye movement, listening to the background noise, and catching every suspicious action. What does that actually mean? It actually means that the system is flagging suspicious behavior. Suspicious behavior is everything that could point to cheating. That means a person looked left or right, or there is a background noise, or a person is opening different tabs, or the person that is doing the exam is not a person from the ID that was delivered prior to the exam. Also, a person is hectically clicking on their monitor or is having some physical reactions such as looking sideways or trying to catch or trying to hear something in distance. Also, there are things like if they have a bug or they have actually a phone before their screens. AI proctoring actually enables you to hook to the person's telephone and see the surroundings. So what is actually an equipment check, and why is that such an important thing in the AI proctoring? Equipment check is setting up the whole environment actually for the exam to be valid and to the security of the exam to be at the maximum level. Equipment check enables us to be sure that the equipment itself is at the level it needs to be. There are no cheating devices in the background or hooked like two monitors or similar things. The camera is working proficiently, the person is there, the microphone is working, and there are no different tabs opened. So that's everything what the equipment check is. Human face recognition means that camera or our AI is conducting a check if the person standing before the camera is actually the person that should be doing the test. And ID verification is where a person has to show their ID and the camera matches these two things. Record and review is actually the human element in AI. It enables you to save even more time by offloading the reporting part to a third party such as YouTestMe. Live proctoring is really interesting stuff. It's AI plus humans. What does that mean? It actually means that it's a hybrid model where you have an AI set of rules and tools and monitoring the examinee. But above that, you also have a human that is also looking at suspicious behavior of the person itself. What does that mean? It means that a person that is actually looking at the examinees can communicate with each person and say, hey, that's a suspicious behavior, or vice versa, the examinee can communicate with the person doing proctoring. As you can see here, there are a couple of different proctors on different languages. Okay, do you have any questions right now? Okay, not at the moment. So proctors are responsible for different things. They're supervising the whole exam in real time. They are using automated proctoring system that enables them to do so. They're at every moment they're looking at 16 different persons, so the AI is actually showing them who's doing something suspicious and who's not doing that, and does that. In order to do the exam itself, you need to go through the equipment check. The system needs to take a photo and identify you through a document. You have to allow screen sharing, and then you can start the test. So what are the actual benefits? We're going to talk about the student perspective first. So from a student perspective, you are allowing students to have, or examinees, to have their tests in the most comfortable environment from them, which is their home. They can also do the test on the equipment they're used to, such as their laptops, PCs, etc. Besides that, they don't need to travel anywhere, which is a huge time saver. And the system of delivering tests to them or delivering results is also fully automated, which means that they can have results faster. In terms of affordability, it's a common thing. Technology arrives, everything becomes cheaper. Why? It's because of the scale you can get with AI proctoring, and not just scale. You're scaling your number of exams that you can do, but the quality and security of the exams actually goes up because you have all these mechanisms at your fingertip. Scalability is what we just said. Professional accountability is also a must, because all the recordings of the exams themselves are stored indefinitely, which means that if someone said like, hey, I should have passed 2 years ago, you can always open their video and their test and show them why they haven't passed or have passed. So that's about what AI proctoring is, and how the overview of it. Now we're going to deep dive into the equipment check itself. Why is that interesting? It's interesting for you just to see how the system actually works, and why is it must-go place for a lot of companies. So as you can see here, equipment check is the starting part of the exam itself. It is important for the system to be able to identify the camera, the microphone, what tabs are open, etc. It's all done automatically. Student do editing, then can you please start the equipment check. So as you can see, these are the steps that the AI is taking. As you can see, webcam is having an issue. The reason why it cannot be open is because we are doing this live. That's the reason. But as you can see here, Danny failed on the first step. Besides that, let's try it like this. I think that it's going to be good now. Yes, I hope that microphone is also going to work.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah.
I have to say something.
Yeah. So as you can see, the system is
He's asking
really,
me to share the screen.
as you can see, everything is now in place.
I'm gonna take a picture as a candidate. So candidates would do this. Proceed to the next step, where they should take a picture of their ID or upload the existing one. So let's upload the valid ID. And let's proceed to the next one. So I have passed the equipment check, and the system would automatically transfer me to the exam. But candidates can also start the equipment check anytime before the actual starting of the test. That can be literally like 2 days before starting the test. So that's the benefit for them. Of course, they can leave it for later and try it moments before starting the exam. And let's proceed to the proctoring report, if you're ready, Andrea.
Yeah. Yes.
So imagine that I started the exam, and this would be the actual video recording of that test attempt. So can you please take over?
Yeah. Thank you, Danny. So as you can see here in the progress part, we have green parts and we have red parts. Green parts are showing when everything is okay, and red parts are showing when there is a possibility of cheating. As you can see here, this person is looking away from the screen, and that is the reason which is why it's a red part. And if you're looking at points below, it's a red with 90, with the score 90. If we're looking here, this person, the person is currently looking away from the screen, but the head is looking at the monitor itself. It's moving away now, and if we look here, the person hasn't moved back to the screen, and now the person is trying to open a different tab. Here you can see everything what the person is doing on their PC, or while their exam is while they're doing the exam, and also you can see their reaction or face and have an audio of the recording itself.
When we provide a record and review service, what do we actually do here? So the entire exam is being recorded, but before starting the exam, they have to upload the ID, as you remember. So proctors, when they open the actual recording, they would check it. They would check if this is the actual face of the person, you know, like compare it to the person, and they would check the ID. This one here is for demo purposes, but you get it. So that's the idea of record and review. So you don't have to perform another layer of security. We can do it for you, so you can save time.
Also, as you can see here, you can rate if the person has passed or not passed. You can do that manually, or you can do that automatically through the system itself. You have scoring where if a person has achieved X number of red points, it automatically is disqualified. Also, you can download the PDF as a report itself and send it to the person that is doing the test. The quality of proctoring is of a higher quality than you can get in the testing center. The reason why is in testing centers there's a lot of candidates, and because of that there can be some things that you simply cannot take into account. Like you have 3 candidates that are doing the test that know each other and are communicating in some way. With AI proctoring, that's impossible because the system is looking at the whole surroundings. That's the first thing, and the second thing is it's monitoring what's happening with the exam itself and with the browser. How if the person is moving into different browsers or opening and closing different tabs. So also the benefit that we haven't mentioned right now is from a test organization perspective. It's much easier to organize an AI proctor test than organize it in a testing center. That's also the opportunity cost that seems obvious, but once you think of it, it's a huge savings, both in financial part and in time savings. Also, you need only one person to do the whole test preparation with AI proctoring, which isn't the case with physical locations, etc., etc. And the most beneficial thing here is that you don't have a need for everybody to be somewhere in the same time at the same place. AI proctoring can cover the whole security and is whenever the test is taken. So these are the highest things and the biggest things actually that AI proctoring is bringing. It's increasing your accountability. It's giving flexibility to people that are doing the exams. The security levels are the same or even greater with AI proctoring, and you are saving money and time. So it's a win-win situation. Okay, now we are going to move on to Q&A session, where we're gonna cover the questions that you've asked. Okay, cool.